What up, guys? Anti-Tier Guild Forever going to do a brief little review for Bleach Thousand-Year Blood War Episode 1. Just finished my reaction to Episode 1 and that was amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you, as a longtime Bleach fan, I've been waiting for this. Oh my lord. So some of you may be confused, at least for those that know my channel enough. You're like, wait a minute, this isn't I'm going back to uploading as 3 separate videos to see if that does better for the views, because again, while I do want to get the utmost views on my channel, I want to make sure like people click the video because that's what they want to see and not something that's, you know, confusing the search up. So yeah, I did it this way because I thought it'd be easier on everyone, and hopefully it helps the channel out. If not, then I'm gonna have to make some changes. But anyway, enough of that. Let's talk more about Bleach. Again, I've been waiting for Bleach to come back for the longest time. I love Bleach. Again, if you saw my reaction, I've already shown that my commitment to Bleach. Hold up, oh my god, bro, this fucking camera. Oh my god, sorry guys. Ah my god, this camera does not want to. All right, don't fucking. All right, it's looking like it's good. Hopefully it doesn't fall on me. Anyway, so yeah, been a long time Bleach fan ever since. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been watching Bleach ever since it first aired on TV. Been for so long, enjoyed it, loved it. I will say though, I know some people are might question like, why didn't I watch the Fullbringer arc? Because it's not like I didn't want to or I didn't care for it. It's because during the time I was in college, I had other things, and plus I was doing reactions, and it's not like I didn't want to. It's that a lot of things came up to prevent me from really, you know, watching it. And so I just had someone. I was also told that the Fullbringer arc was extremely important to the story, but in regards to entertainment wise, it wasn't the craziest. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't crazy. So someone just spoiled it for me, that way I can just like watch react to the Thousand-Year Blood War as soon as it came out. Because again, I wanted to make sure I watched this on the day of release. Again, I could have just watched maybe Fullbringer. You can make the argument that I could have watched Fullbringer arc like early on, but again, I'm doing reactions now, so I wanted to prioritize what I had to get done. But either way, I still managed to get this episode out. But I did watch everything before the Fullbringer. Like, I know everything about Bleach in regards to the Arrancar arc, the Soul Society arc. Dude, I even saw the freaking fillers. I saw the Bount arc. I saw the Zanpakuto arc. I saw a lot of the fillers. I've seen the movies. I've actually, I think it was a few months ago or a month ago, I saw Bleach Hellverse when it came out in theaters with my little brother. It was a very fun time. It helped get me hyped up for when this was gonna come out. So trust me. And yes, I do love Bleach. Trust me. Again, I was one of you guys that was criticizing for liking Bleach just for liking it. But I feel like what the Shueisha, that's the company that is in charge of animating Bleach, right? They really did a good job in making sure that this is something that every longtime Bleach fan has been waiting for. From the animation, seeing the old VAs, the progression, it looks like, again, I'm not 100% certain on this, I'm just assuming, and it kind of makes you think it, but are the main threat the Quincy's this time? The only reason why I'm not entirely sure when I say it is because we saw that one guy, Elburn, however you say it, the one that attacked Ichigo. He had a fragment hollow piece on his face. Again, I don't know if that fragment was real or if it was a decoration. But normally in Bleach, if you see someone with like some kind of mask part on their face and it's skull-like, that tells you they're in a Arrancar. Again, But when he fought Ichigo, he showed powers that were Quincy. He showed Quincy abilities. And in the end, all he was doing was just taunting Ichigo until he was able to, from what I can tell, make his Bunkai disappear. So sealing it off, destroying it or whatnot. That's what was his end game. But at the end of the day, it didn't do it. Ichigo was able to fend it back. Now, I'm going on two theories of why his Bunkai did not get destroyed or disappeared. Kind of like the lieutenant of Yamamoto. He was on his floor warning the captain like, hey, yo, look, man. These people are able to destroy / make our Bunkai disappear. That's probably how they wrecked the lieutenant. Because the lieutenant is very powerful. But then again, I don't know. Did he ever had a Bunkai? I don't remember. But, yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't work with Ichigo when I'm assuming normally that device is supposed to work. Now, I'm going off of one of two theories. Either number one, bro, you just had bad luck. Or number two, it's because Ichigo isn't a full Shinigami. Ichigo is half human and half Shinigami. And wait, no. He's human, he's Shinigami, and he's hollow. Yeah, there we go. That's how it is. Because he isn't your average ordinary like Soul Reaper, maybe that's why it didn't really had a strong effect on him, or it didn't work. It looked like it was working at first, but in the end it didn't, because again, I'm going on the limb, is because he isn't full Shinigami. His other traits are probably what canceled it out, in my opinion. Once again, this is just my own personal theory. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. I'm pretty sure I'm right. What other reason could it be? Because if that device is truly meant to like seal, destroy, make a Bunkai disappear, then it should have worked. But because of Ichigo's not being fully Shinigami, it didn't fully work. I noticed it looked like it worked at first, but then it just couldn't get the job done. So I guess Ichigo was lucky in that sense. But when you think about it, regardless whether it work on Ichigo or not, it will work on the other Shinigamis, the real ones, the ones in the Soul Society. There you go. I was looking for that word. It'll work on Toshiro, more than likely Yamamoto, Byakuya, Renji, Mayuri. They're all going to be easy victims. And the fact that these, I'm going along and say Quincy's, they all look like Quincy. They look like Quincy's when I think about it. They have a device that helps them seal off, destroy Bunkai. A Bunkai is a Shinigami's most powerful, ability. They're strong. And that piece of shit fell. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Again, I apologize for that. This camera not learned the balance. I feel like it's good though. It felt like it had a strong grip just now, so it should be fine. So yeah, moving along where I was going. What? Oh yeah, the fact that these Quincy's, assuming they're Quincy's, again, they showed Quincy feats, so yeah. They can seal off, destroy a power that's a Shinigami's strongest weapon, their Bunkai. Their Bunkai is literally their strongest power in order to be able to take out the most formidable of enemies. Granted, not every Shinigami has a Bunkai. I'm looking at you, Rukia, but again, it's fine. She isn't one of those headliners in regards to most anime. She is a main character, but she isn't one of the strongest characters. There's other reasons for that, but Yeah, there's a lot of Shinigamis, the more top line, the top ones that do well. No, Kenpachi should be fine though. Kenpachi should be fine, because if I remember, Kenpachi doesn't have a Bankai. He doesn't even have a Shinkai release. So Kenpachi, in a sense, should be fine. He can literally fight these Quincy's like dead ass and not be concerned about a damn thing. Because what makes him lethal isn't the levels of his sword, it's how much reishi he can just release. So in that sense, Kenpachi should be their number one front liner, because he'll mop the floor with these bitches. And especially if he ever decides to use both his hands, yeah, that's a GG. But we'll see when we get to that point. One Shinigami doesn't equate to beating a whole army. But actually, it should be Ichigo and Kenpachi, because Ichigo is proof that it didn't work on him. And now these people are thinking about invading the Soul Society. I'm assuming this is a grudge. This is revenge, because I do remember that there was like that the Shinigami wiped out the Quincy's. Maybe this is payback for after those events that took place. They want revenge. And and to some degree, if I remember correctly, the Quincy's do have a right to it, because again, I think it was just a matter of idealistic dispute. The Quincy's straight up killed Hollows whenever they appeared, while Shinigami, they exercise them, right? They don't kill them, they exercise them. Because if you kill a Hollow, they will never be able to be rest in peace and be at the Soul Society. They will just be dead. And with that being said, it makes me wonder, how is it gonna go down? Because we still got Yamamoto. They did made one hell of an entrance by invading, you know, Soul Society, taking down a few of their soldiers. They took down Yamamoto's lieutenant, so that alone already tells me, like, all right, these guys are no joke. And they said they did it easily. If they could get in that easily and get out that easily, then clearly they are not prepared for this fight. The Shinigami have to band together, but at least now they know that these devices, the Quincy's have devices in order to be able to make their Bankais, you know, they're gone. They can't use it anymore. So now that they have this warning, they should have a better idea on how to fight them. They should learn how to use their Bankai more wisely. But at the same time, though, without their Bankai, can they really do anything against this threat? Again, I'm just assuming. Because look at Ichigo. He needed to use his... I mean, he didn't need to. He only used it just to play along. Quote unquote, his words. But there may come a time where they're gonna fight a Quincy that is beyond the level of Shinkai. Like, beyond their Shinkai release. And they need... Well, actually... Is the requirement that they need to release their Bankai? Or maybe just a Shinkai release is enough required? Yo, if it's Shinkai release too, then that's a damn problem. That means they can't use their swords, period. I mean, Yoruichi and Suifon should be fine. They don't really use... I mean, Suifon did use her Bankai when she fought against that one Espada. But that was kind of a last resort. She doesn't mainly use it, because it's kind of like a one-shot. If I remember, Suifon's Bankai was a one-shot. I don't think I've ever seen Yoruichi ever having a Zanpakuto. Or at least that's what I recall. I will say this. Yamamoto needs to relay this information back to Mayori. Because if I remember, Mayori and his squad is more the intelligence group of the... you know, of the Soul Society, so they're definitely gonna need his intelligence to be able to to be able to have a countermeasure to this new threat that is now going to be invading the Soul Society pretty soon. Yeah, I can tell why it's called the Thousand-Year Blood War. It makes sense now. I'm assuming it's 1,000 years because of after the events that happened from the Quincy's, and this is a war because it's personal. This is gonna be one hell of a fight. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm looking forward to it. I will admit though, while I do understand why the Quincy's want to take out the Shinigami after what happened, I still don't approve of the Quincy's methods on how they deal with hollows. So I'm not sure. Let me know, you guys, depending like, let me know your ideas. What do you feel about the whole... I'm pretty sure these are Quincy's, unless someone's gonna tell me like, oh no bro, they're not Quincy's, they're Arankars. I'm pretty sure they're Quincy's. But let me know how do you feel about the whole idea of why the Shinigami executed, or at least presumably eradicated, the entire Quincy's. What is your viewpoint on that? What do you think of this war in general? Do you feel like the Quincy's have a right to this? Do you feel like the Quincy's should win, or should the Shinigami just finish what they started? Let me know your overall thoughts related to this. I look forward to that. Anyway guys, that's it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this review as well as this reaction. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Once again though, please like this video. Liking the video helps me a lot. If you can do that, you'd be doing me a huge favor. Like the video, please. And subbed if you haven't already. If you find yourself on this channel a lot, then you might as well sub. I'm just saying, it doesn't hurt you. Anyway, that's it for this one guys. Peace. I'm out.